Dear traders, for today's session I decided to cover the euro versus US dollar and the pound versus US dollar. I think there is a good opportunity on this, on the euro versus US dollar and the pound versus US dollar. Now, we do have event actually in just a few minutes from now, just like 20 minutes from now. There is a cash rate decision in the UK, so very important event, and I guess lots of investors waiting for that event to happen, and then to they can go into the market and boost this volatility, which is right now kinda flat on most of the markets. So speaking of the euro dollar, I found basically that based on the daily time frame, we got a rally, we got a three days rally, we got a strong initial downside move, and there is a 1, 2, this is a third day, higher high and higher low. And I will say today will be potentially the day for the downside rotation to happen. And I will explain my reasons behind this. So we're gonna break out on the hourly time frame on the the channeling mode. You see where we gathered the most recent swing lows and swing highs, and we got more like a channeling mode in the breakout, and right now they try to retest that. There is a breakout of that on the higher frame. If I check the 5-minute, 15-minute time frame, literally most recent price action, there is some exhaustion pattern here that is going on, and I think that this basically can, in case of the downside breakout, this can really produce more downside movement. If I check the market profile using the MT4 platform from InstaForex, you'll find out basically that we got yesterday reversion to the mean. Price looked above and then back into the mean in this stage here. We tested the minus development from the previous week and we got rejection. And you can also see that today we do have a value and a point to control our switch and going a little bit lower relative to yesterday. So I guess there's still potential for this downside rotation back to the current day mean. So I guess downside opportunities are preferable in this one. Watching for the breakout of this mini channeling mode, and then for the watching for the selling on the rallies after that. That will be a potentially pretty good play from my perspective. So the levels to watch on the downside I marked on this chart. So the downside objectives are set at 1.1900 zone, 1.1870, and 1.1850. I guess this bearish idea will be invalid if the price will really hit this and trade above. I will say if we will trade above 1.1965 and 1.1970, so this bearish idea will be invalid. Now switching to the pound dollar. I will start first with the market profile for the current week. We got a very well established ledge, which is in terms of time, the length is actually the biggest one compared to this on the lower area. And I think this is more like a P shape. We do have that big vent in the UK, so just be careful trading around. You can be aggressive if you got some good successful week or successful month, but try to be I always say be aggressive if you deserve the right to be aggressive. So meaning that you can anticipate some events or so. From my perspective, if you deserve the right, if you got a good week so far, so you can sacrifice a little bit of profit for the good benefit in terms of return. But yeah, we do have that event which can literally be like, we call it a tape bomb in the price section. So based on the profile and what I'm seeing here, this looks like a P shape and potential for a downside rotation towards a 1.3930, 1.3850 is possible. So till end of the week, so that we can have some downside movement towards this lower poor structures on the downside. So definitely watch for the downside opportunities there. And based on the larger frames, it's a similar thing. We got a few days up, 3 days rally, so expect a downside rotation today and tomorrow, and more potential continuation of this downside cycle. So guys, that will be all for today. See you all tomorrow morning.